College football never stops. When college football news breaks, it breaks on On3. From the transfer portal to the playoff race to coaching changes, the sport is moving every single day. That's why college football fans turn to On3, a trusted authority with real reporters and real communities built around the teams you care about. Find all of your favorite teams and join the community. Get the full picture at on3.com. That's ON and the number 3.com.
Hey, this is Michael Rosenbaum.
Hey guys, Tom Welling. Look, we've both played heroes.
And we both played villains. But in the real life, there are no reshoots, no stuntmen, or sequels.
We all make mistakes. We're all human.
Making one bad decision can not only land you in jail, but could also put yourself and other people around you in serious risk.
Be smart, make a plan, catch a ride, stay put.
Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. This holiday season, be your own hero. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Happy holidays! Want to give your host a gift? Consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the show this holiday season. It really helps the show grow. From all of us at Believe, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy Holiday.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Diane Time is here. That's right. We're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie. They made a movie of this on Kill by Kill.
With me.
Greetings and salutations, Internet. It's your old pal Patrick Hamilton, coming to you once again from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Spectacular. It's just a pizzeria? It's just pizza.
That.
It's no Charles Entertainment Cheese in terms of presentation. I'll give it that.
It's like an earlier version.
I don't think it's earlier because that's when Charles Entertainment Cheese began his reign of terror.
Oh.
And by reign of terror, yeah. Have you ever had the pizza there? Ba-dum-bum! That's good. Anyways, this is the Kill by Kill.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It's the Kill by Kill podcast where we're dedicated to celebrating the least discussed component of any horror film, the characters. And today we're going to unpack all the goriest of details, and they're not too gory because it's PG-13, of Five Nights at Freddy's in the hopes that a local vandal's untimely end is just the beginning of the jokes we might make at their expense. And as always, there's only one person I trust to help me with this, but she's not here today. Gina, when I gave her the option, Gina said, no thanks on this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure she would be too thrilled with this one.
No, and I don't, yes, I wholeheartedly agree that she would have ripped her hair out and blamed me. That being said, in this circumstance, there's only one person I trust to explain to me all the stuff I don't understand.
I'll try my best.
The one, the only, Oliver Hamilton. How are you doing today, Ollie?
I'm good.
Good. Now, Ollie, what was your introduction to Five Nights at Freddy's? It's not the movie because this is the first time you watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time watching it. I definitely remember playing the games at school, probably when I wasn't supposed to.
How were you playing the games at school?
With the computers they had.
At which school?
Coverly.
At your elementary school?
Maybe.
You were playing Five Nights at Freddy's on school computers.
As was everyone else.
Well, okay.
Maybe I forget. In like 6th grade.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, when was its height? Because for me, obviously, I'm culturally aware that Five Nights at Freddy's existed and that it was a horror game and that the guy who, programmed it it's his baby. He never really sold it off to anybody. He still retains the rights to it as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I'm sure he has a team of developers
now.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was a solo dev project at the time.
Okay. And so what how comparable is this movie to the games that you played?
Not great.
Well, I'm not talking about quality. In terms of it is what happens in this, in that you are slowly, the plot is revealed to you that you are a security guard within the Fazbear Pizzeria, and that these things are alive. Ish.
You kind of learn that the first night, which is interesting.
Why would you go back? My question to you
For
is...
the money.
Oh, so basically this is an anti-capitalist screed is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. So you keep going back in the hopes that you don't end up dying, or you just have to make it through 5 nights.
You got to make it through the 5 nights from 12 to 6 a.m.
Okay.
And it's my understanding that at 6 a.m. they go back into their like factory restaurant setting.
Okay.
So they won't kill you anymore.
But that is not what happens in this movie.
I know. I was very confused.
Okay. So I'm not the only one being confused.
No.
Okay. Because I listen, I don't play a ton of video games anymore, but they always have rules. And if you're establishing that the rule is I go and I check in at midnight and I leave at 6 a.m. And so long as I survive the 5 6-hour periods, I win the game.
You know, I would say that them not following the entire base of the game would be the biggest flaw.
Is it a flaw? Can you make an actual movie out of that plot? Because the first thing I'm going to ask is, once you realize there are free roaming murder mechanical beings, I don't go back.
Yeah, but you're not Mike.
True. None of us are Mike. That is one thing. So when this came out, I think you had mentioned that you wouldn't mind seeing it, but you also weren't so insistent about it that we watched it when it arrived. Or maybe you just weren't that horror focused. I mean, I don't
think I was. But also I wasn't that into the games. It just so happened to be a thing you could access
right
on the computers or Chromebooks at school. Whatever.
So you were doing it because everyone else was doing it?
Yeah. I wasn't tapped into the lore per se before I learned about this movie. But
okay. But you know enough that you can answer basic questions that
I know
I'm going
enough
to
now
ask.
Because I like a lot more horror game YouTubers now that I watch.
Okay. Speaking of YouTubers, there are YouTubers in this. I've never seen their faces before. There's nothing against them. I'm old, so that's part of the issue.
Yeah, they're pretty popular guys. So there's 2, unless I missed another one. Correct me. But the first one is Matt Pat, who runs a channel. Well, used to run. He retired.
Okay.
Used to run a channel.
Did he retire because he earned so much money showing up for this?
I think he had a
cameo.
I think he had a baby. Yeah.
So he doesn't need a job anymore?
I don't know. He got really rich, man, from making game theory videos.
Good for him.
And movie theories. So he gave that channel up to some people. I don't know. And he's like a restaurant worker. Not Freddy restaurant worker, because that is powered and run down in this movie. Different restaurant.
So my question to you then is, in the games that you played, was this a working facility that's why no one had to be there during the day, because it was an operating pizzeria?
Yeah. So it was in the business.
In the business?
In business. In the business.
in the business of mechanically murdering people at night?
Yeah.
Or it's in the business of actually an operating pizzeria?
Well, from the knowledge that I've gained from this Matt Pat, who I actually watched the videos of, that's how I know a little bit about this franchise. The reason they're trying to kill you is because they think you are one of the, like, I don't want to say naked, but like one of the metallic robot structures underneath all of the.
So to them, every human being is this flesh sack that really is not finished off until it's stuffed inside of a mechanical robot.
That's the theory.
Okay. That's the theory.
That's the theory.
But no one's like written a treatise on it.
It's basically like the consensus.
Okay. How many of these games are there? You mentioned the VR version.
Yeah, there's 2 VR games. I think it goes up to Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and then there's a lot of other ones, and then Security Breach, which is like the 3D one, which I haven't played. And then that has DLCs. And then it has like books and a lot of other stuff.
This is something I definitely want to read about. I say that as I have a massive book on Friday the 13th open in front of us for a different episode. So this movie opens with the security guard who's obviously taking it very seriously. He's in a full uniform.
Yeah.
With a shiny badge. But he makes more I'm scared noises than a cartoon dog. I don't think he says a full word the entire sequence.
Does he not?
He's
while he's watching this kid that he thinks is getting abducted because he has trauma.
No. The opening, the cold open.
Oh,
not
that guy. Yeah,
first death. The first death.
Yeah, I blanked that.
Because there was so much rich text to take in from the rest of the movie. You just forgot how it opened.
He didn't say a word.
I know, he didn't say a word. Now, he eventually gets knocked out and then wakes up in a dental chair.
Sure.
Why would you have this?
Why would you have a torture chamber in your restaurant?
It makes me wonder if this takes place in Sawsville, USA, Canada. Do you know what that is? It's the location of the Saw movies.
Oh, no, that would make sense.
Yes. Actually, it's a place we made up. They never tell you where the Saw movies take place, but it's definitely somewhere in Canada, but they're trying to fool you into thinking it's America.
Okay.
And he wakes up inside of a jigsaw chair, and this mask is being squeezed onto his face, but just the front half with a bunch of whirring metallic razor fans.
Yeah, inside of like a other Freddy style mask.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was his goal. Does he have to feed the robots?
I don't know.
Because,
usually they stuff your body into another suit.
Right.
To make another one.
But there's not a bunch of other security guards in suits.
You don't know that.
Well, they would have shown up, one assumes.
Maybe they're not angry.
They've accepted this position.
Yeah.
They've accepted this life.
So the main reason that these kids are powering these machines or animatronics is because they're really mad at dying.
I think we're all mad that they died. I don't think any of them had it coming. We don't know anything about them.
Yeah. But that's why they're controlling them, I guess. And then I don't know why who stuffed them in the torture chair?
Who stuffed them in the torture chair, I assume, was they're being told to do this by the yellow rabbit man, Stu Macher.
Yeah, purple guy.
Yes. Purple guy. Purple guy.
The yellow rabbit man.
Why is he a purple guy if he's in a yellow robot costume?
I don't get. Okay. There's probably no one on this that's listening to this that's going to know
that's
what
not
I'm
necessarily
talking about?
true. There could be a whole slew of people who have played the games and are yelling at their phones right now because they have the answers that I'm looking to you to provide.
I don't know.
And you don't have them.
I don't know who Purple Guy is. I'm pretty sure.
What is Purple Guy? What is the Purple Guy? Wait a second. Ollie.
I'm pretty sure.
Dude, is that part of the game?
Yes.
Because there's no Purple Guy in the movie we watched.
Yeah, it is. He's in the opening credits in the animation thing. He puts on the mask and he's purple. But I don't know if Purple Guy in the games is William Afton or Michael, or they're both purple guys. Different Michael, I think.
You're just saying words. I came to you for answers, and you said, I know things about this. I know, and I'm kind of wondering why it's all you have. You can't just say Purple Guy and assume that I know what you're talking, or anyone else would.
I don't know why he's purple. He just is in when he kills people. It's usually portrayed as like a 2D old Flash game.
Okay,
and he's purple, so people called him Purple Guy.
Is he a purple ghost? Are we talking about like a grimace? Like he's a free roaming grimace?
He's just portrayed as this purple man that's, I guess, supposed to be scary.
But he's humanoid?
He's human.
He's human.
He's portrayed as a purple man.
Okay.
In the Flash game.
Because spoiler alert for this movie, we're told that Stu Macher from Scream his character, he was in Scream. That's what I'm referring to. William Afton. William Atherton was an actor. William Afton, who was also Mike's social service guy.
Yeah.
Which so he how does he keep both jobs?
I don't know.
How do you make how do you make money at this? How do they still have the money to keep the power on?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Why would I know that?
Because you watched the same movie as me, and maybe you picked up on it.
This movie was very confusing.
Rubbing my temples so hard trying to figure out what the hell's going on that I didn't notice it. Maybe you picked up on it.
It's unlike the game so much that I couldn't tell like what was happening. In the games,
yes,
you stay in the office the entire time. Mm-hmm. You don't like run around the halls.
Then how are you in danger if you're just staying in the office?
Because they come to you.
Oh, and they come to you. They visit you.
Yeah, they walk
like
over
Mormons.
to you. And then you have two doors, and they're really big and metal, and you have lights. And then that's how you scare them away, basically. So you can shut the door on them when they come, and then they bang on it for a second, and then they leave.
That's the game? That's a game?
It's scary. I like trust.
Trust? What have you done to provide trust in this relationship?
It's scary.
So, is it?
Yes.
Or are you we were told it was scary?
No, I've played the game many times.
Okay. And what version of the game have you predominantly played?
The first one.
First one.
Yeah.
And every game that came after, you're like, I don't need this amount of information.
The fourth one.
I don't need a third iron door.
The fourth one is interesting. The second one, which they're making a movie for, it's releasing pretty soon.
Yeah, that's why this will be coming out when it releases.
Right. Which they claim is supposed to be leaning more into the horror angle.
Who's they? Who's this they that's informing
producer.
You? How are you mainlining the producer of Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Where are you getting that information?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? How do I know that this is real? Like, is it a source? Did you watch it on YouTube? Did you see it on Instagram?
Probably YouTube.
Because I know you're not reading websites.
No.
When was the last website you visited? That's not school related.
Oh.
That you're like, you know what? I want this information. I'm going to go find a website.
Probably.
This does not bode well. Did you have to really think about it?
Yeah.
Like Tilly's? But you're not getting information.
No, that doesn't count.
But it's a website. So all you're doing all day long is searching for the most expensive jeans you can find that look like the expensive jeans you already own.
Well,
and then you're being fed information by the producer of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 somewhere?
no, not. It was probably like Game Theory.
What is Game
or
Theory?
movie theory? It's the channel that Matt Pett used to run, the guy in the diner.
But he doesn't do anything anymore.
No, he gave it to people.
Oh, he gave it to people. Great. Super. What a business plan.
Yeah.
Okay. He must be doing fine.
I'm sure he still profits.
Oh, great. I'm so glad. So the mysterious producer you cannot name is saying that
Scott.
Scott.
Wait, no, that's the creator of the game. Never
okay. I just love that you throw these people's first names out like
that's
your
all
friends.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know Scott's last name.
Or
is it Scott? Or am I making him up?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That
Can we get on to the movie, man?
Hired, and I put that in fingers here
Uh-huh.
to provide information, but you don't know people's names. So somewhere on this channel, they said this new movie is going to have a bunch of things that is actually in the games. Finally,
no, they said they said that the producer said it was going to be scarier.
So it's like third-hand information.
Yeah.
That these guys who have not seen this movie talk to a producer and he goes, trust me, bro, it's going to be scarier.
I think it's online, maybe.
You think it's online? You didn't see this you didn't go to a place and then see a YouTuber talk to Scott?
I did.
You did?
They talked. I mean, I think they saw a post and then they relayed it to the internet.
Oh, God, they saw a post.
I forget. Can we move on?
I don't know if we can. There's so much information that I'm gaining here about how
you need to know that.
Because I brought you on to this to tell me information.
I know information about the games, not the upcoming movie that hasn't released.
But you proffered that you knew something, and like Purple Guy, and we don't know anything about Purple Guy. Now all I can think of
is portrayed as Purple Guy, and that's
Purple Guy Grimace.
No,
are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I'm gonna go with my theory that it's Grimace because you don't know.
You have a game theory now.
I do have a game theory.
Maybe they should give you the channel.
Our main character, Mike, is played by the guy from The Hunger Games.
Yeah, Mike
Schmidt.
So
Josh Hutcherson.
You know William Afton, Big Bad
from the movie. Yeah,
from the movie.
Yes, well, I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
we haven't hung out.
But from the games. He has a son named Michael, but this isn't the case in this movie, I guess.
No. We saw Mike's parents.
Yeah,
he's definitely.
I know, but it's like weird.
But we do meet William's daughter, who's, I guess, a cop. Is she a real cop?
I don't know. I mean, she's in the newer game. Okay. She's like a security guard there.
She's a security guard.
Yeah, and then she becomes the big bad. He takes over her brain.
Oh, he takes over her brain.
Yeah, he can hack into people.
He can hack into people? Like body hack into people.
No, like it's in like the VR game. So
okay.
He's a part of this VR game. And then she plays it. And then
she's a security guard who plays a VR game?
I think. She became a security guard after he's in her brain, and then he wanted her to be his daughter. And then
what do you mean he wanted her to be his daughter?
I think she's actually his daughter in the games.
Okay, so this is entirely invented for this. For the movie.
Yeah.
That she is
I think
his
it's
daughter.
like a worlds collide sort of situation.
Okay. And those worlds don't contain a purple guy.
Which one's the
Grimace? the person we're all afraid of.
Right.
Who will take our milkshakes.
No, he gave milkshakes.
We don't know that he gave milkshakes. There's a hamburglar. He doesn't give hamburgers. He steals hamburgers.
Them. But Grimace, like, he gives them out and then he kills you, you know?
Technically, the milkshake kills you, if I'm remembering my TikTok memes correctly. Okay.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
College football never stops. When college football news breaks, it breaks on On3. From the transfer portal to the playoff race to coaching changes, the sport is moving every single day. That's why college football fans turn to On3, a trusted authority with real reporters and real communities built around the teams you care about. Find all of your favorite teams and join the community. Get the full picture at on3.com. That's ON and the number 3.com.
So, Mike, the security guard in this movie, has a younger sister, and there was a middle child, but that child was kidnapped when Mike was supposed to be, quote unquote, watching him, but all he did was take his eyes off of him for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, he was looking at a Frisbee.
Yes. And, but now he's obsessed with trying to figure out who took his brother. It's not really going to take much of a leap to go, whoever took his brother is connected to the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics.
Yep.
And we learn that to be true. And he has a little sister that is trying to be taken away from him by his aunt, who is played by Mary Stuart Masterson, who I don't think you've seen in anything else.
I don't think I have.
I mean, she was an 80s actress, 90s.
I mean, she's very good at being a like weird, mean aunt.
She is. Yeah, she dug into weird, mean aunt territory. So she's got that going on. But that's the setup. Mike has to take a job. So there's the economic thing. Okay. Night one, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes in, and there are certain rules that you follow in horror movies.
Yeah.
The big one is never speak the Latin. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Evil Dead.
Yes, I raised you correct. And number 2 is do not press play on a VCR.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one. Because he doesn't learn much from that, to be honest with you.
No. She's not very helpful either, this video lady.
And it's not funny.
It's not.
Usually, I really like an old 80s instructional video
funny,
like that to be funny. Have you ever seen the Wendy's one about flipping burgers? About how long you wait and why they're square?
No.
It's a rap video.
Oh, God.
That's what we're doing exactly after this.
Okay. You know what was funny, VCR tape, was when we went to Omega Mart. Remember those? Those were fun.
Yes. I think this has Omega Mart vibes in terms of...
It's certainly trying to be that.
Yes. So the one thing that you said after the first night sequence was, that's not how the first night, quote, usually plays out. What does that mean?
So usually they try and kill you like first thing. But he like fell asleep and then that's it.
Yeah.
It was kind of boring.
You heard it here first. Put it on the poster. The next day, that's when we meet Matt Pat, who's playing a
Diner boy.
Yeah. And we learn that the aunt has been hiring the babysitter that Mike has been using for his sister Abby.
Right.
In order to get dirt on him. And she's like, well, actually, he's a nice guy.
She wants like payment for child care.
Yes. But like, what are you pulling down for payments from the state?
I don't know.
It can't be this amount of money.
Yeah.
That she can hire a lawyer.
Can't be that.
Who is the worst lawyer I've seen portrayed on. He may be my favorite character because every
the lawyer,
yes, every scene he's in, he's desperate to get out of the scene.
Leave.
I love his internal game.
Yeah.
Right. He's giving me a real character, and that character is I don't want to be involved in this anymore, but somehow he's forced to.
I mean, she paid him, I guess.
Anyways. Aunt Jane has hired the babysitter to get dirt. She's come up short. So she hires babysitter's boyfriend and 2 other local thugs to go in and destroy Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't understand because like they do it during the daytime. So how could it look like Mike did it? But then they leave a bottle of his sleeping pills that he uses to go to
Mike left the sleeping pills.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay. So that's how. All right.
Yeah.
Then they do it for no reason and it can't be traced back to him whatsoever.
On night 2, this is when we learn a couple different things. First of all, we learn that Mike can be physically affected by the dreams, which I think in my mind, my idea of what Five Nights at Freddy's was that these were just mechanical monsters and there wasn't really supernatural. But the movie is definitely supernatural, and it sounds like the game is also
the game
supernatural.
is also supernatural.
Okay.
You learn that eventually.
But that's a big, Nightmare on Elm Street thing. Although this is going to be controversial. I don't think this is good as a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, you don't?
No, really? I don't.
Okay.
No. I will say this is more competently put together than the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. But I'm never going to force you to watch that.
Okay.
That would be a giant waste of your time and mine.
I think I only paid this movie one compliment throughout the entire thing.
And that is
that I liked how they did the animatronics in like a physical way and they didn't do it CGI.
They're not just CGI.
Yeah.
Nothing burgers. Slop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you.
There's obviously humans under there controlling it, which is cool.
Yes.
We should do that.
I agree. It's not that super expensive to actually do it.
Yeah.
This is where we also meet Vanessa.
I don't think they look. Sorry, I don't think they look like amazing because they're
not supposed to look amazing. They're supposed to look semi-abandoned.
Right. I think they look kind of goofy. And they're a lot scarier in the game, probably because of the lighting. It's so bright in this movie.
Well, because people need to see things in a movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just
it's like so
jump
bright.
Scare machine that the video game is.
Yeah. But it's like so bright that it's like the jump scares had really no effect on me.
But we can't have a movie where you can't see anything and it's always...
Right, but it's fun when the lights cut out and then the thing happens. But when the lights cut out, I could still see stuff.
Because it's a movie. You have to see stuff.
But that's the whole thing. The lights cut out and then someone appears. But I could see the background and then they just appeared.
So your diagnosis for how to make this movie better is it needs... You should see less.
At least
it should be
turn
darker.
The luminance down
Turn the luminance down. The luminance?
8%.
Okay. Number 2 that we learned from this night is there's a local quote unquote cop named Vanessa, who seems to not spend a lot of time doing her job and more just quizzing Mike on his.
Yeah. She's not a very good cop.
I do wonder if she's an actual cop, because
she just
why
stole
would you
a cop's uniform, name, badge number, and cop car?
Yeah, the cop car is, I don't think you can just drive around pretending to be a cop. Someone would eventually notice, hey, there's that cop car that our police department doesn't own.
Yeah, you would think.
So somehow she
There's
managed to get hired and go through. Yeah.
In this town.
Yeah. Now, the following night, because the following day, actually, that's when the babysitter, the boyfriend, and the two street toughs go in to trash the joint.
In the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day.
And that's important because they shouldn't be moving, the animatronics. But
according to the lore, they should not be moving. But the movie obviously is playing fast and loose with the video game rules.
Yeah.
So as they're in there for all of 5 minutes, and then a cupcake eats a dude's face off. Mm-hmm. And then someone else is beaten to death.
Yeah.
I don't really know what happens to the boyfriend. He's stabbed. He's hooked.
Yeah, I think he's hooked by the big foxy man.
Okay, big foxy man. And
foxy boy.
And then the babysitter is chomped in half.
Yes. That was like the only kill that you got to actually see.
Yes. The following night, because the babysitter does not show up, Mike is forced to bring his little sister, Abby, to Freddy's Pizzeria, which we could probably yell at the screen all we wanted. Hey, this is a bad idea.
Yep.
But the movie got a movie.
Yeah, this is probably my least favorite part of the movie, when the sister is introduced to the animatronics, because they don't try to kill her. They make friends with her.
Right. But I think because they have now access to another child that they'll eventually lure into a mechanical costume.
Yeah, but they could do that at the start. They don't have to play with her physical form. They can just do what they want to.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. But Mike does not turn tail and run, because now the ghost children in his dreams are talking to him and offering, maybe they have information on what happened to his missing brother.
And who took him.
Yes. Now, to me, that would be time to run to another state.
Yeah. You would probably be right. Although I feel like in a lot of horror movies, the best course of action is just go away from the place where bad things happen, you know? And then no one does.
But we do learn eventually that the big mechanical murder animatronics can just lumber across town and even catch taxis.
Yep.
What is the taxi situation like in this town where no one is fazed when a small child, how is she paying for that taxi ride? Does the mechanical bear have money?
I think he's scary enough. Maybe.
So he's scaring the guy into rides.
Sure.
Because
although he doesn't like kill him after, so, and that's another YouTuber, by the way. Taxi Man is Corey Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
For those who might know him.
Well, he certainly screams a whole lot.
Yeah.
Is that he do that in his YouTube channel? Is he screeching a lot?
Not really.
Okay, so that was special for us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. The one thing that we were always mystified in one of the early Friday the 13th movies is that a now adult Jason is able to stalk one of his previous victims, and he's just like walking around with a giant bag over his head. And we were like, how is he operating? Like, how is he just wandering about where no one goes, hey, look at that guy with a fucking potato sack on his head.
Mm-hmm.
No one says anything. But I think it is even harder to believe that a mechanical bear enters your taxi and you're like, where do you need to go?
What if it's like a 5-minute walk, you know? Then why is he driving?
Why is he driving? Why are they driving?
I don't know.
He walked there. He didn't take a taxi there. All right. Night 4, we learn that Vanessa at least is very aware that there are ghost children inside of the mechanical beast.
Yeah, everyone is aware for some reason. The sister is aware. She's like, obviously, you know, how else would these big things be operating?
Right. Well, I think because she can see the ghosts. When
Yeah.
she looks at them, she just sees the ghost children. She doesn't really see the mechanical thing.
But then that is another question. When they are building a fort, how the hell are they getting up there if they're little children? How are they stretching feet, like 10 feet tall?
I don't. We can't have answers. This movie doesn't have answers. It just proposes questions that we have to wonder about. One of my big questions is, at one point, Abby decides she's going to strum the guitar of whatever the rabbit that plays guitar.
Yeah, he doesn't actually play it, I guess.
But they're electrified, so she is shocked. Why would you build a guitar that has an electrical current? And then later on, we find out that if these big mechanical things touch electricity, it shorts out their system.
Yep.
So why does he have an electric guitar that has real electricity running through the chords of it?
I don't know, man.
Oliver,
especially because they're only like,
you're in charge of this movie and you don't have answers.
Why would I know that?
Because you said you had answers about
what
answers. Happens in Five Nights at Freddy's.
The games.
All right. So in the games, does the electric guitar have electricity going through?
No, because he doesn't carry the guitar around.
Nor does he use the guitar to stab anybody.
He doesn't.
Just wait until I show you Slumber Party Massacre.
I can't wait.
It's fantastic. All right. So somehow this does not keep them from not going back. And at one point, Vanessa turns to Mike and says, does everybody look at you that way? And frankly, they should.
What way?
I don't know. She just says, hey, does everyone look at you that way? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like you're crazy.
Or if, like, I wonder if he's purple.
I don't think he is. At no point did I mistake the kid from Hunger Games as a Grimace.
You don't think he's Grimace?
I don't think he's Grimace. I'm telling you right now, he's not Grimace. Mm. He is inscrutable in many ways, but he is not Grimace.
Mm.
Also, when does this show take place? Because stuff happened in the 80s, and Josh Hutcherson is definitely in his 20s, and Vanessa are in their 20s. Abby is 8-ish, 8, 9, I think. Somewhere, you know.
Well, like, if Vanessa is
like third grade, 4th grade.
Yeah. If Vanessa is in the equation, then that means it's like
the 90s?
I would say 2000s.
Okay. Because
like
there's really no
2000s.
indications. Like, no one has cell phones.
Yeah.
But it's also no one's really dressing like this is an era, is the other thing.
I don't know. They never tell you.
Okay. All right.
Like what? I wish they did, because it would make a lot of sense if I knew.
Yeah.
Probably would make me ask a number of questions again. So,
but Mike learns from the ghost children they might make a deal with him to give him the information about his brother who was kidnapped.
Yeah.
You know, they'll pass that on. Of course, the deal that they make with him when he's asleep on sleeping pills,
they can take something.
Yes.
We don't know what yet.
But in order to get that, in order to like live in this dream state in which he has his brother back, he'll have to give up Abby, and he is Briefly tempted by it, but then
I thought that was later.
No,
Maybe.
we're in day 5.
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, they tell him they make a deal in like night 4 that they'll tell him who took his brother. And then he's like, "I'll give you anything." And then they're like, "Okay." And then they wake him up.
Yes, and then but the next day when he comes back,
then they make the deal. Right.
Then they make the deal.
Yes.
And he's briefly tempted, but then decides against it. This is when they start slashing him in his sleep.
Yeah, they gang up on him. And I refuse to believe that ghost children can overpower a man.
Well, they're sneaky.
Dreaming.
They're sneaky. When you were small, you were sneaky.
They're sneaking in between the 4 very large trees that are a good.
They're not even that large.
They're a good 10
skinny.
feet away from him.
They look like pine berries.
Yeah.
This is when Aunt Jane is bludgeoned to death, and goodbye, Mary Stuart Masterson.
Jane? Oh,
Aunt
Jane.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's when Abby and one of these mechanical monsters take a taxi ride back to Freddy's, and they start the very long process of bringing her to the saw chair, which
they bring her to animatronic because they want her to be another one.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yes.
I don't know what makes them want to be friends with you.
Because they're under the control of the Yellow Rabbit, which is William Afton.
Yeah.
Yes. And William Afton wants to murder children. Because that's a fun thing. Because back in my day, there were no horror franchises which were built on the murder of small children.
Is that a joke?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is...
speaking of murdering children, how does this compare to Weapons?
Oh,
similar concept, sort of.
No, actually,
but
no.
The children go missing. I thought
the
that's
children
the whole
go
thing.
missing. Yes, and one thing you mentioned here is that you're like, oh, this is kind of like a mystery, not so much a horror movie. And I was like, well, a lot of horror movies, especially when they come to ghost children, tend to have mysteries attached to them.
Yeah.
And once upon a time, like a lot of slasher movies were mystery slashers. When the first Friday the 13th, like you don't know who's doing that until the very end. I mean, you knew because I talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here, Mike barely escapes death. They learn that they can short circuit them, and he uses a taser, cop's taser, and a one of those cattle prods to short circuit them.
Yeah.
And
he saves Abby.
He saves Abby. But just when they think that they're out, this is when the Yellow Rabbit appears, and bum, bum, bum.
It's the social networking guy.
Yes. Who turns out to also be Vanessa's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't say no to him because of brain hacking.
It's either that or he's like been torturing her or whatever. I don't know.
Well, that might be possible.
I don't think he's a good dude.
No, you're absolutely right. When it comes to this, Ollie, he is not a good dude.
Yeah, something about him. I don't know.
Don't know what. So she gets stabbed. Mike rescues Abby and then tells her to draw a picture, which tells the children what the truth is about the Yellow Rabbit. The Yellow Rabbit was the one who killed you in the first place, something they somehow don't know until it's drawn on the back of a menu. And then once they do, that's when they start to murderize William Afton.
Yeah.
Through psychic control of the giant costume that he's wearing, but does not realize can crush him to death.
Oh, yeah. They spring lock failure him.
Right. And so we don't actually know that if he passes away, because last
he doesn't.
See him.
He, the main gimmick is that he always comes back, as he says. So he basically just rots in the walls of this pizza place for like a good 20 years. Okay. I don't know how I don't know how he's alive, but he lives. He's survived
pizza scraps. Does he make friend with the rat?
He can barely move.
Okay.
But like he survives 20 years without food or water, purely off of
Vibes.
a vengeful spirit. I don't know. He survives 2 arsons caused by, in the games, Michael, his son.
Mm-hmm.
But not in this movie, I guess. But caused by his son because, I don't know. I think he hates him probably for killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the big question here is, Ollie, after seeing this, are we buying tickets to Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Maybe just to see if it's slightly better than this one. Because, like, Blumhouse, what are we doing, man?
Listen, once upon a time, they had a good run going.
It was bad.
It wasn't. I think this was competent. It just wasn't.
Was it competent? One of the animatronics gave the Terminator thumbs up when he fell down.
Yes, but it's lulling you
Building
into
a fort.
It's lulling you into the idea that there's actual
With 3 grown
complexity
adults
to the
when they're trying to kill them.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to make excuses for it anymore. Let's play Choose Your Own Deathventure, and that's where we decide of the deaths portrayed in this motion picture. If you're forced to die in one of those ways, which one would you choose and why? For bid today, we have face ground into hamburger once shoved inside of a robot head, face bitten off by mechanical cupcake, beaten to death by a robot rabbit, stabbed or maybe even hooked by a fox pirate, bitten in half by a Fazbear, or simply bashed over the head.
Who's bashed over the head?
Aunt Jane.
Oh, you don't really know how she dies.
Every context clue is
he's a big man.
I don't know that he's one much for strangling.
Yeah, he's a big Freddy guy.
Yeah. So he just bashes her over the head.
Sure.
So which one would you choose?
I don't really want to get ground into a hamburger.
Well, no one wants any of these things.
Yeah.
But you have to choose one that appeals to you. Do you want to go off on a high note, or do you want something that's quick and easy?
All of these aren't great.
No, they're not great.
They're not. Mechanical cupcake isn't that interesting to me.
No, I think face damage would be very, very painful.
Yeah. And it takes a while.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he does he die from that eventually?
Yeah, I'm sure of blood loss.
Sure. And then they just hide them in other animatronics and then they don't come back. I don't get that.
I don't understand it either, Ollie. I was
on.
hoping you had answers, but so far what you've provided for me is that Grimace is in charge of all of this.
I think I'm going to have to go bitten in half because it was the only scene that actually had like a death that you could see, but it was the shadow.
Sure.
It was cool though. I liked it.
Yeah. It was unexpected.
Yeah. There was a ghost hand that reached out and pulled the lady. Was that the
babysitter?
Yeah, that was the babysitter. Pulled her in and Fredbear chomped her in half.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. You go pretty fast, but it would. I don't think that soft felt teeth would do that much damage. But
no, would you go really fast? Because
blood loss.
I know another person that's been chopped in half and stayed alive for a little longer.
Well, Pam her head's more of a ghost later on.
What?
We'll get to it. I'm going to take bashed over the head only because I like to watch late night commercials.
Okay.
It seems like
you want to be a terrible aunt that wants.
Oh, it's the only thing I've ever wanted to be is a terrible
that wants childcare money from the state.
Yeah, I would love childcare money from the state. If the state could sweep in and give us some childcare money for you, I'd be all for it. Do you think you can make that happen?
Only if you trash the local Chuck E. Cheese in the middle of the day.
That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do.
All right.
Well, that just about does it. But don't worry, folks. The body count will continue for myself and for Ollie. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
College football never stops. When college football news breaks, it breaks on On3. From the transfer portal to the playoff race to coaching changes, the sport is moving every single day. That's why college football fans turn to On3, a trusted authority with real reporters and real communities built around the teams you care about. Find all of your favorite teams and join the community. Get the full picture at on3.com. That's ON and the number 3.com.
Happy holidays! Want to give your host a gift? Consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the show this holiday season. It really helps the show grow. From all of us at Believe, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy Holiday. If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.